What's up guys, it's MurderInc. Today I want to do a really cool video. I want to do a champion spotlight of Wurlim Frostking. He is the new legendary to come out from the Battle Pass, I guess Gold Edition. Well, if you want him instantly, Gold Edition. So really cool looking champion. They definitely put a lot of detail into it. Let's get right into it and go over his skills. His A1, attack one enemy, has a 30% chance of placing a freeze debuff for one turn, places a perfect veil buff on the ally with the lowest HP for one turn if the freeze debuff is placed. Not bad. His A2 attacks all enemies, has a 70, if booked, 100% chance of placing a 30% decrease crit damage for 2 turns, and increase crit damage on all allies for 2 turns as well. So this is a really cool new buff they introduced to the game. I'm really excited to see how it plays out. As you can see, he's a defense-based champion, so that's always good. The A3 places a 25% strengthen buff. Strengthen buff is kind of like the defensive tree talent blast proof, where it's just a straight damage reduction, which I really like that they introduced that to the game. And it also gives a 60% increase defense buff on all allies for 2 turns, once fully booked. It's a 4-turn cooldown. His aura is defense in arena. Not bad, not bad. Overall, I think he's a really cool looking champion. I haven't done much testing with him. I did run a few masteries. Obviously, patch day, everybody knows there was a lot of problems with things crashing. I did put him in some pretty above average gear for platinum so I could test him out for you guys. So if you are going to test him, don't look at this video, say he's really good, he's really bad. I just put this gear on him. I wanted to see how this goes. So everything's opinion based here. You do what you gotta do, you know? Let's go and take him to the dungeon. Let's see what we can get him to do. Alright, so let's test him out in Minotaur just to see what he can do. I hooked him up with all the necessary buffs, defense up, defense down, weaken, turn meter boost. So let's give it a go and check out his animations. On 1 time speed, defense down, weaken, defense up. Let's check out his A2, which was attack all enemies, decrease crit damage, increase crit damage. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so it's like the Arbiter A2, and alright, it hits pretty hard. 80 to 101k on all targets. So basically, it looks like an Arbiter's version of this, but it's blue. And we got to see the new notifications for the buffs he has. We'll put this on auto. That was the A3 there that we just saw. Now let's see how hard his A1 can hit for. So he doesn't have a defense up. Let's just see what he hits this mob for. 63,000. So I mean, for a defense-based champion, he does hit pretty hard. Granted, I do have him fully booked. Overall, I'm happy with it so far. He looks like a lot of fun. I'm really excited to test him out in arena. As far as builds go for masteries and gear, I put him in immunity gear, kind of based on damage. I gave him the crit damage mastery. Take a look at it. This is what I did for masteries. This is by no means the correct way to build him. This is just what I did for this video. Along the way, someone's going to find a meta or something. They're going to invent it, whatever. I'm just doing this to give you guys the basic idea on this champion, since I had the resources to instantly build him. Obviously, the gear isn't perfectly maxed out. These are the stats I'm running with now. 4,000 defense, almost 260,000 crit damage. Not quite 100% crit. Kind of slow, but I think I'll be fine. Now, one thing I want to do is, before I give my thoughts on how he is in arena, just from speculation, I really want to bring a clanmate of mine. And if those of you who don't know, I'm in Gods of Legends. I'm the leader of Gods and Legends. A clanmate of mine is fantastic at arena, really, really smart guy. So he's someone I really wanted to get thoughts on for this champion because I know right away I mentioned it to him. He was like, absolutely, and things just started firing in his head. So he's someone I really want to bring on here and talk to see what he thinks. Let's go and talk to him. All right, guys, I am back with my good friend and clanmate. I call him FC. You guys know him as FartingCows, another YouTuber. Say what's up, FartingCows.
Hey, how you doing, Murder? What's up, everybody?
Yeah, I really appreciate you being on here, and I really want to know what you think about Wurlim Frostking.
It's a pleasant surprise because we didn't know what was coming with Battle Pass, but now we got a unit that's got a lot of tanky features, and he also can dish out some DPS. So you have a lot of ways you can build him. So I like it. It's real versatile.
Awesome, awesome. So now, where do you think he is going to fit in the current arena meta?
So for Arena, like I said, he's really versatile. But what I favor is building him for DPS. So we're basically talking about defense chest, crit damage, gloves, and then he's gonna. You don't have to worry about landing that debuff on the crit damage. We're talking about the Ice Grave armor, but he's gonna do tons of damage when he uses his A1 and his A2. So he's gonna dish it out, and then because he's defense based, he's going to be able to take it as well. Something I face is sometimes I attack with Ray, I attack with Big Gun, and we don't finish the opponent. They attack back. Ray and Big Gun just collapse. So having a defense-based damage dealer can really set you up to increase your win rate in Arena.
I think that's a huge skill to implement into the game.
Yep, it's a universal stalwart across the board, not just AoEs.
Exactly. So now what I want to do with the arena legend himself is go into some arena battles to see what we can do with him. To show people, let's go into a team like this. I'll slow it down to 1 time so we can see the animations again.
He looks cool as hell.
We have the defense down, attack down. Always saved by the immunity gear. You gotta love it. Now let's see what the A2 does in arena. So not too bad. Then we have to clean up with the Nithwi.
Yeah, for defense base, that hit hard.
We'll go with this. So instead of using this A2 first, I think I'm going to elect to approach it a bit differently.
Yep. Got the buff up.
He does a lot of damage. I'm actually surprised because I mean we have 2 like really heavy hitters on their team, and I mean obviously the Frost King survived with the sliver, but that was enough to save the entire team. Usually when you see a free reign, Skull Crown, and a raid together, you're done. Yeah, especially if they're going back to back like that. That was something really promising to see. Let me see if I can get a freeze off here. I mean, look, even the A1 hitting for 40k. I mean, that's work.
Yeah, that passed the test. Anytime you go against Skull Crown, that's a make or break.
See if we can strip this. One can hope.
Not that one.
Guess we go for the freeze again. No bite.
Ah, you got it.
I know a lot of people have been in this situation before, just waiting for that skull crown to go, hoping they don't get one shot by them.
Every day.
What are your After seeing him in action, what are your thoughts on him?
Well, note
Like,
the increase defense and the strengthen buff just made it there. You know, he saved your whole team. If you didn't do A3, if you try to go balls out and damage, you would have died. So it's a really cool. It's the best damage reduction in the game besides block damage. Period. Yeah, you really have the option. Like I said, pure accuracy, pure defense as a tank and buffer. But just my initial thoughts on day one, definitely crit damage gloves, defense chest, defense boots or speed boots, and get that crit rate up. And don't worry too much. Like, try to get a little
yeah.
accuracy, you know? But I think 100, 200 is going to be fine. Just damage.
I mean, I think he is a really good champion for the game. I mean, like you said, you can build him three different ways. I think if more champions were released that way, that would be a really good direction for, I mean, even Arena as a whole to go into.
Yeah, he opens up a lot of possibilities. But I think we're going to see plenty of them in Platinum Arena. But for the ultimate tanky teams, Mountain Kings, Raglan, Duchess, I mean, he adds a lot to that plate in terms of survivability.
I can see that, absolutely. Now, I do want to ask you, what do you think about book value? Because I know a lot of people ask me that when I talk about champions.
Yeah.
So how important do you think the books are for this champion?
It's tough to say because usually I tell people not to book a champion. You know what I mean?
This puts it at 100%. And this, yeah.
I try not to, unless you really need it. But in the arena, if you're using them for arena champion, you can usually get away with not worrying about cooldowns too much, especially if you're using them as a buffing champion, because you don't have to worry about that buff, the debuff chance on the frostbite blast. But on the A3, who cares? So arena, you don't have to. But more books is always better if you got the resources. So for faction wars and dungeons, I would lean on booking him when you need it to cycle through more. You know what I mean? Like you need the cooldowns to be low, and you need the A2.
That's another thing I'd be curious about. How good can he be in PvE content?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we see he has an increased damage buff. He hits hard while being tanky, but so he has a 4-turn cooldown. It's not very generous as far as clan boss goes because usually you want 3 turns on him. But I mean, as far as the strength and buff, I think that opens up a ton of new doors, even for dungeons.
Yeah, and with stalwart gear, pair it with Duchess Lilitu, pair it with shields. Yeah. I mean, even for clan boss, but he's going to add a lot of survivability to any team. Really, that's what I'm thinking. For a lot of players, he's going to be like that center of their team, the glue that holds the entire team together and keeps them going from round to round.
Absolutely. I'm really excited to see what the community does with this champion. I mean, I have a few things in mind. I know you have more than a few things in mind, but I'm really excited to see where this champion goes as more people get him throughout the battle pass.
Yeah, he was much needed after all the drama lately. I'm not sure when I'm going to get him myself.
It is, especially after this whole I mean, everybody knows the Draco Gate issues they've had, but people always find a way to go back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I was even saying before, they released a really, really cool champion, so this is going to be a really hard guy to resist, even though they did make a lot of mistakes already.
Yeah, people forget pretty quickly.
I agree, and it's interesting because you can literally buy a legendary with money. Obviously, it's something you can earn with just doing the daily rewards going forward, but if you spend the money outright like I did, you can just get this legendary champion, which is it's not something we've ever seen before. I mean, we saw Horden come out
Hmm.
in a pack, and this is essentially like that, but like they did it through like a really unique way. So I thought that was interesting to see.
Yeah, I hope the battle pass keeps going so that players have tasks and rewards that they can keep
Yeah, that would be
working on.
nice. I don't
Yep.
know. We'll see if
Hmm.
I mean, I'm assuming there's going to be multiple seasons.
Oh, okay.
I don't think this is going to be it for the battle pass, so maybe after some feedbacks given, things like that. I mean, look really quick. So battle pass is 7 weeks and 6 days. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see
Yeah.
what the next one's going to entail.
We'll just have to wait and see what the reaction is between Plarium and the community.
Absolutely. So once again, FartingCows, really appreciate you coming on with me. I think it's really important that people watching got to hear what you had to say. You build really great teams. You have a great YouTube channel. I'm definitely going to link all of your information below. So if you're
Hmm.
watching, definitely check out Farting Cows on YouTube. Great guy.
Man, I really appreciate it, and thanks for showing me your Frost King. It was really cool. I can't wait to get mine.
Absolutely. All in good time, my friend.
All right, man.
All right. Until next time.
Peace.